A few years ago, I found a love letter written to my great-grandmother in 1912. The letter read, "Fall off the roof, fall down the cellar, but don't fall in love with another feller." What makes love letters so powerful? There's a few things. It's the emotion, the romance. It's something tangible that you can hold. It could be the nostalgia of that method of communication. And I believe all that's true. I also believe that in addition to that, love letters are powerful because of the length of time in correspondence. Consider this, a love letter, it allows time for emotions to build. Readers can hang on to each word, each syllable, each sentiment. There is a time to ponder each message. Sometimes it's days or weeks or months before another love letter is received. And so in that time, you're thinking about the latest correspondence. It's a time for emotion to build. Now, this is a super desired effect whenever you're trying to express affection with a love letter, but it is not desired with, say, emails. The methods through which we communicate our message influence the way that they will be received. Now, hear me. This is not me saying that every email needs to be a meeting. No, 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 no. There is a space for synchronous and asynchronous communication in the workplace, depending on a few factors. However, too often people spend too much time focusing on the message of their communication and not enough time on the delivery method. So here's a few things that I want you to consider. First, you need to consider the complexity of the message. So if a message is very complex, then a slower communication method, such as an email or a memo, can lead to more time and energy and brain power and emotion as the people try to figure out what is being said and understanding. Ambiguous silence in the face of complexity, it can breed fear and anxiety even in the best of teams. So move to faster communication methods for highly complex conversations. I encourage teams to come up with a mutually agreed upon standard of how many predicted emails it would take to solve a problem before you alter the method of communication. So you're not sending 37 emails to solve one problem. The average agreed upon number I see is 6 to 10 emails. Now, for less complex communication, a slower method of communication is perfectly fine. So consider the complexity. You should also consider the emotion. If a message is already emotional, a slower communication method will only allow more time for the emotion to build. So you want to deliver your message in a faster feedback loop to respond and engage in conversation quickly and meaningfully. Do not try to solve personal conflicts over email. In the same way, if something is not super emotional or complex, then slower communication mediums are just fine. So consider complexity and emotion. You also want to consider the person who is receiving the message. So one individual may prefer faster methods of communication. They may have more questions, have more emotion towards that message, or really just want a personal touch. Other people may prefer slower methods of communications and other platforms. So you should consider your relationship with the person, the personality of the individual, and their communication preferences. Again, too often the message we deliver is perfectly fine, but our communication method is not effective. So here's what I want you to do. Take a moment and consider the complexity, the emotion, and the person whenever you are considering your medium of communication. Thank you for joining this episode. For more information about our performance feedback learning and other talent development learning, follow me, Amber Vandenberg, and my company, the Pathways Group.